So after Donald Trump got elected president, I was kind of hoping that the Democrats were going to get their crap together and start actually understanding where they failed and actually being a progressive party that cared about the people over their corporate interests. And after seeing their strategy, I can clearly see that no, that is not it. They are corporate puppets all day. They serve their corporate donors over anybody in their party daily. They give no craps about the American people whatsoever. So I developed a strategy to fight these people, to fight the entire corrupt corporate system of people who lack integrity, who lack morality. And I'm just, at the end of the day, just going to tell the strategy. You know, it's free for anybody who wants it. And I'm working. I'm not sure how, involved I can be in it because, I got some personal stuff that I'm dealing with. But this strategy can be employed by anybody. And it's pretty simple. The major problem that we're dealing with is the same mechanism for political organization for progressives, the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party is the same mechanism that squashes progressivism within this country. So the same organization that inherently organizes political movement and political activism is the same organization that is actively looking to destroy true progressivism in this country. So we can't be a part of the Democratic Party. If you're a true progressive, these corporate Democrats decided to get rid of Keith Ellison over Tim whatever. Because Tim, whoever, the secretary never won a political election in his life, but you know what he is? He's corporate friendly. He's a corporate loyalist. He supported the TPP. And at the end of the day, the people who make massive amounts of money in this country know that at the end of the day, he's going to serve their interests over the American people's interests. That's the reality. And after that, that's the biggest to the American people or progressive face that the Democratic Party can actually do. They sabotaged Keith Ellison, who was leaning pretty moderate, you know what I mean? Between middle, real middle and left. Keith Ellison was pretty moderate, but they chose another center-right person to run their party. And we can't sit by we can't sit by and abide by this crap anymore. So this is what you do. And like I was saying, this is an effective strategy that anybody can implement. You organize around the issues. Don't organize around the parties or the candidates. And that's why people fail, because people see a candidate, they organize, forget the candidates, forget the parties, even third parties, organize around the issues. And after you get people to support these issues and get a coalition of people who aren't affiliated with the Democrat or Republican Party or independent party, you get people to support a candidate that will actually run on those issues, that will actually fight for those issues after you understand what the issues are, after you have a coalition of voters together who are willing to volunteer, donate money, and spend time actually getting these issues to the forefront of the election. This is how you get third parties elected. You get a political movement that is completely separate from the Democratic Party. And on top of that, you'll be able to get independents and Republicans who also get involved in this movement. Because this is a thing. A lot of, like Bernie said, a lot of the ideas he supported are supported by the vast majority of Americans. Free college, for universities, for public universities, so on and so forth. Free college for public universities. Medicare for all, single payer healthcare, supported by the majority of people. Legalization of marijuana, supported by the American people. What you do is you don't come there, oh, I'm a Democrat looking to support this. You go there and say, look, these are the issues that we're trying to fight for. Can we possibly get your support? Because at the end of the day, we're looking to actually bring real change to Washington, because at the end of the day, we think a lot of these people are corrupt and don't really work for the interests of the American people. So we're looking to get support around these issues so we know that we can actually start supporting candidates that actually support what we personally care about and we personally think is right. Because after this last election, we feel like our voices haven't been heard, or whatever you want to say. But the point being is, you organize around the issues, you get support for the issues, and after you get support from the issues, then, and only then, after you have support for the issues, you start to support candidates, so on and so forth. So this will be able to take on Democrats, the primary Democrats, and on top of that, get third parties elected into office, because their coalition will not be based around a particular party. It will be based around a particular candidate. Not particularly part, not even particular candidate. It'll be based on particular ideas and particular things that you want to see actually get done in government. Now, after that, the other thing, the major thing you want to do if you're trying to start this from scratch, so on and so forth, is educate people. So you need to educate people on the issue, because another problem is the corporate media lies to people. So you need to tell the truth about what is really going on in politics, how politics works, what is the problem with corporate Democrats, what's the problem with corporate Republicans, and just show examples in your particular area about how corporate Democrats or corporate Republicans voted against the will of the people, voted against what is best for the people, and educate them. Educate them about the destructive capacity of the corporate media. Educate them about how before Bill Clinton was in office, there was over 50 companies that owned the United States, media. There are 50 different companies who had control or who had a media organization or had the capacity to get their message out. Today, there's 5. Educate people about how that limits democracy, how the lack or limitation of information limits the capacity for democracy to flourish. And on top of that, talk about how in a capitalist society, being able to control information is an inherent tool used to protect one's own personal capital when you're a billionaire. You know what I mean? Think about it, but it's true. At the end of the day, if you can control the information in a capitalistic society, being able to do that is a capital investment in order to protect your wealth from the masses of people from actually saying this is completely unfair. So the corporate media people need to be educated on it. But more so than anything, you need to talk to people. Go out and talk to people like, this is the issue we're fighting for, this is the issue we're fighting, this is the issue. Is there any particular issue that you particularly care about to a great deal? You know what I mean? And ask people that. And also, you should have outreach to, Hispanics, so on and so forth, and blacks, understand what their issues are, and have them educate you, so your organization, your local organization, can have more and more education. So, 2 things: organize around the issues, not the parties or the candidates, and 2, educate yourself to the best capacity, so you know how to talk to people, you know how to talk about the issues, you know what the issues are, you know what the concerns are, and on top of that, you can educate people who are trying to come into your organization. And then because the better educated a person is about a particular topic, the better they can talk about it. And after you do that, you can then start to really make progress. But the key thing is, this organization has to be completely separate from the Democratic Party or the Republican Party, or probably even a third independent party. What you need to do is have a political movement that is inherently separate from the established system, which has screwed over the American people and got, pumpkin spice elected president. So the key issue is just simply this: organize around the issues. If you develop your own strategy, but just organize around the issues and educate everyone who's coming into this, movement that you're trying to make, or the small organization, whatever. I can make a couple more videos about this because I developed a larger strategy about this, but basic issue is, screw the Democratic Party. These corporate puppets do not care about the American people. They care about their corporate interests, so on and so forth, and their personal financial interests. And these people, like Bernie Sanders says, are perfectly fine with the entire country failing and seeking, as long as they remain in control of the party when the ship goes down. We can't allow this to continue going on like this. So organize around the issues, not the parties, and educate. I probably will make a few videos. I have to look at my notes and everything, but I can't believe Hillary Clinton thinks that she has a right to be seen in public. But anyways, moving on.